When we think of how the great cities of the ancient world fell, we usually picture months of brutal siege warfare or calculated tactical strikes. But the greatest city of ancient Iran was reduced to ash in a single night by a drunken celebration. This was Parsa, known to the Greeks as Persepolis. It was never intended to be a bureaucratic seat of government or a defensive stronghold. Instead, it was engineered as an unparalleled ceremonial center, a massive physical monument to the cohesion of the Persian Empire. To grasp the magnitude of the tragedy, we must look past these barren ruins and understand the architectural masterpiece that was lost. At its peak, Persepolis functioned as the empire's heartbeat during the annual spring festival of Nowruz. Representatives from 23 different nations traveled across thousands of miles to arrive here as one body. These stone reliefs record the variety of their tributes: Armenians bearing silver, Indians carrying rare perfumes, and Babylonians presenting fine textiles. This constant influx of global goods transformed the city into an overflowing treasury, representing the collective wealth of every corner of the known world. Persepolis acted as a physical anchor for the empire. It was a space designed specifically to perform the ritual of imperial harmony and keep a diverse, sprawling territory unified under one crown. This vision began with Darius the Great and was carried forward by his successor, Xerxes I. They initiated a massive construction project that required the focus of multiple generations. Historical records show that Persepolis was not a product of slave labor. The empire recruited and paid skilled craftsmen, artists, and laborers from every province to contribute to the work. This paid craftsmanship resulted in extraordinary detail, from towering fluted columns to goldwork so intricate it suggests a level of mastery that few ancient cities could rival. The very act of building the city served as a collaborative exercise, requiring people from across the empire to work together for over a century. That progress was halted in 330 BC with the arrival of Alexander the Great. After dismantling the Persian army, he entered the city and initially chose to spare it. The turning point came during a royal feast. Inside the grand palaces, amidst heavy drinking and the euphoria of victory, the atmosphere became dangerously volatile. A woman named Thaïs called for revenge, reminding the crowd of the burning of Athens generations earlier. Fueled by wine and the heat of the celebration, Alexander agreed to the act. Consider the disparity in time. It took the collective effort of 2 centuries to raise the monuments of Persepolis. Once the torches were lit, flames spread through the cedar roofs. In just 4 hours, the city was reduced to ruins. History is often driven by these moments of emotional impulse, where the unified achievement of generations can be erased in a single night of intoxication. By morning, the celebration was over. The grandest city had vanished, leaving only these isolated stone columns standing against the sky. Alexander soon regretted the decision. He realized that destroying the city was a strategic blunder that served no long-term purpose. In his anger, he had incinerated the central stage, where the empire's diverse people once gathered to maintain their shared bonds. Alexander could dismantle the empire's military and administrative reach, but he had no way to incinerate the cultural habits that bound these people together. You can burn a city, but an idea is far more resilient than stone or cedar. The spirit of Persepolis survives today through the continued celebration of Nowruz. Millions still observe the festival, carrying forward the same message of renewal and light that the city was built to host. This tradition has outlived the Macedonian Empire and the fires of 330 BC, proving that cultural identity persists long after the monuments fall. The stones are ruins, but the persistence of this festival proves a shared cultural legacy is much harder to destroy than a palace.